Again, you selfish son of a bitch.
Hello, folks. My name is Kevin Dunn, and I like Romans.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. I love the wood. My name is Kevin Dunn. Romans wood. Oh yes, Vince. Thank you.
Alright, get John sitting over there too. Take them both, Kevin Dunn, and just whip him up inside. Let's go, Roman!
Okay. Oh yes, wood.
Yeah.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome back to the podcast.
I just want you to know that E4 has been suspended for reasons of lack of thereof. Will she be here? I don't know. Does E4 have special privileges? Yes, she does. And I, quite frankly, think she deserves her privileges, whether it's in the podcast world or her own job. But rest assured, she will be back. And I'm sure people said, oh, we've heard that before. No, I give you my word. E4 will be back. Thank you.
To save time, someone being a fool, E4 will not be joining us today because she is a butt munch.
She's been suspended.
She's been suspended because she's a butt munch. Yeah, I said it. E4 is a butt munch. Okay, good. All right. And so now it's just a solo duo. Once again, we're the tag team. We're not using the free bird rules today. We're just using Oh God. All right. So we're gonna start off like how we always start. Gaming. So, Darkwave, I believe you had something to say about that company called Sega, about their lack of doing stuff. Go. Okay.
I think I said this earlier. I woke up this morning. Did the morning routine, washing face, brushing teeth, said prayers, whatever. And now I already knew this information. I knew this months ago, but I kind of tuned it out. But I look on my internet and the websites, and it reminds me that Phantasy Star Online 2 cloud version will be coming to Nintendo Switch. And I look at this and I'm like, that's nice. Now, another Phantasy Star Online 2 release announcement, whatever. Yet Sega, who promised us, by the way, has yet to release this in the West.
Oh, really?
Now, this makes me think back to all the amount of garbage Sega has presented its American audience. Sonic Boom.
Crap.
Various Sonic Booms, I should say. Not just one. Various.
Two of them are crap. One
Sonic Forces, even though it was not a bad game, but it wasn't great by any means.
Ditto.
And any of the other garbage that we got from them.
Lost World was alright.
Now, I remember saying that the Western audience apparently doesn't appreciate or whatever. And I look at this and I look back at Phantasy Star Online 2. I look at Sega. I do like a double take. You want money, or you need money. It's not even want. You need money. You say that we American fans don't appreciate, or whatever the case may be. Whatever Sega's words may be about their American fans. If there are any left. Once again, I do a double take at Phantasy Star Online 2, which I actually did play before. I have played it. And I look and I say, well, and I look at Sega. I'm like, Sega, how about you release the game in the West, clowns? You'll make plenty of money, I'm sure. People have been wanting Phantasy Star Online 2 for months, for years. Then again, come on, 2011, 2012? Or maybe a little bit later, I'm not sure. Or a little early. I honestly couldn't even remember at this point. It's been almost 4 or 5, maybe 6 years. And yet, Sega gives me garbage. And instead of giving me Phantasy Star Online 2 in the West, which I might add, there are English translated servers that they've seen testing in other freaking expos and events across the world.
Yes.
Instead, you give me Sonic, Sega Genesis collection. Like we don't have enough Sega Genesis collections in the world. Joy! Yes, there'll be another one on PS4 and Xbox One. There's another one.
Oh my.
Joy! Like, I don't have enough of those. If you just buy the Sega Genesis console that they sell around every Christmas time. I don't know what, I don't know. Phantasy Star Online 2. Yes, it's a free-to-play game, but of course there is a cash shop in there, cosmetics. People will put money in that. If people, myself included, will put money in Final Fantasy 14, which right now is god-awful.
Ooh.
People will put money in Phantasy Star Online 2, especially because it's a free-to-play game.
Oh, yeah.
People love Phantasy Star, and from what I've played of it, on my PS4, I might add, in America, I had no lag. Surprisingly, I had no lag. It wasn't, a massive, open world like stage where you walk around an open giant world, nothing like that. No, it wasn't really nothing like that. It drops you in like a zone and you go do whatever it is you have to do. I didn't get that far into it, so maybe there is like a bigger world, but if it's not, it's Phantasy Star, I don't expect it from them.
Oh yeah, I like that.
But what I played, I'm sitting here like, why can I get this in the West? I deleted it because honestly, I get tired of trying to translate everything in Japanese. I know a smidge, and by a smidge, I mean literally a smidge.
Damn.
But I'm just playing this, and I'm like, this is great. I'm actually having fun. And this game's in complete Japanese. Can you translate this so we can get the money, get it moving? But yes, Sega wants to know why we don't appreciate.
Oh, well, here's one reason. Fucking Sonic Boom. I mean, come on. They outsourced Sonic, and then when they saw how the fan reaction, they was like, still release it anyway.
Exactly.
That kind of reminds me of like that DMC crap. Oh, we don't like the way this look. Fuck you. Like, come on.
I don't understand why Sega just doesn't do what the fans of them wanted. I'm not saying we all know what we really want. Sega fans, they want a Dreamcast 2.
Of course.
It will never happen.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, you have a game that you promised. You promised that you said yes. We're making plans for it to come to the West. It will be in the West. A game that is an MMO, which apparently, if you're going for this long, because Phantasy Star Online 2 has been out for a while, if you're going for this long in Japan, you don't think you have enough American fans who love Phantasy Star who will flock in? First of all, it's a free game. People are gonna play it whether they know what Phantasy Star Online 2 is or not. It's an MMO. So people are gonna go from, people who are playing Neverwinter and DCU and FF14, they'll go and check it out just because.
Oh yeah, Neverwinter's pretty fun. DCEU sucks.
Okay. And I say this to friends, and people say, well, Sega don't have enough money for servers. I'm like, no.
Yes, they do.
That game is running in Japan, and they're going to put it on the Switch. They put it on every known console there is. I think it's on PS3. I think it's on PC. It's on PS4. Now, it was on PS Vita, I believe. Now it's on Nintendo Switch. If Onigiri has servers by a no-name company, and Onigiri is god-awful, the latency on that game is pathetic.
Onigiri is not a good game. I played 5 seconds of it and maybe deleted it immediately.
Now, If that game is still going on Nigiri with updates, I get emails from Fanstar Online 2 like every week. Hell, didn't Gravity Rush 2 have a Xenoblade, a Fanstar 2 freaking collab event?
Yeah,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, you get a costume for Cat.
I don't get it. Now, I've heard people say, well, look at Blade and Soul and Black Desert, how long it took, and yeah, sure. But they never really said, they never confirmed nor denied they were ever coming over here. Korean-based MMOs tend to be kind of a different niche than the normal Japanese MMO. And like I said, they never confirmed nor denied that they were coming to the States. They said there's no talks right now. But Sega blatantly said, yeah, we could bring it to the West at some point. It's been about 4 or 5 years, almost 6 years. You have gone to events and had that game there in English, fully translated.
Damn.
Why aren't you releasing it? If you need help, go to Sony. I'm sure they'll pay you. They'll give you some servers. Why not? It's free.
Mm-hmm.
Or shit, you're with Nintendo, right? Hey, you're putting on the Switch. Hey, Nintendo, you got money. You got money out the ass. You got more money than PlayStation and Microsoft probably put together. How about you make servers? We bring it over to the States and it'll be exclusive in the States on the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
I buy it. I play it. I have a Switch. It's right here. I'll play it. I'll play it in a heartbeat.
I'm looking dead at my Switch.
My Switch is next to my Steam machine. So
wait, you have a Steam machine?
I have the one that's actually good. The one that actually has Windows.
Oh.
But yeah, it's the Steam machine. It's the Alpha. It's the Alienware Alpha, not the actual Steam machine with the Steam OS, but it still has the Windows OS.
Oh,
I have that. It's the size of a Dreamcast. It's actually sitting on top of my Xbox One.
Oh,
like my Switch is sitting on top of my Xbox One.
I have a question. How much was that? And I kind of want it because I don't want to keep using my computer as my Steam machine.
That one, I think this cost $600. It was on sale.
Mm-hmm.
And it cost $600, but I had got like $300 for a birthday gift, so I only paid $300 for it. It's not bad. This is off subject, but the Steam machine, the Alienware Alpha, if you want, get the ones with Windows. Don't, unless you like Steam OS, which whatever.
Oh.
Now, as far as how it runs games, it runs everything pretty well.
Yeah.
Usually, like and by everything I mean I have Arkham Knight on there. I have Berserk. Usually, what happens is that I can run it on max settings usually, but like Shadows may be on low or something like that. It's pretty much as powerful as a PS4 or Xbox One.
And
don't expect 4K graphics.
Of course, and you can play with it on your TV.
Yeah,
right.
Like when you heard me playing I forgot what game I was playing that one day. I wasn't talking to you guys. I was playing on my PC.
Oh, okay.
But back to the topic of Sega.
Yes.
As much as I used to love Sega, and I say used to because honestly right now I could give two fucks about Sega.
Yeah, they're like Konami.
You know what? People complain about EA, Activision, Ubisoft, Konami, whomever. Honestly, Sega's at the bottom. It's worse than them all.
Really?
You continue to give us garbage, and then you complain that we don't appreciate. Well, look at the shit you're giving us. Give us what we want. You've had 6 years plus. You've had 6 years plus, if not more, to release Star, in the States. What is petitions? People have asked you, like, this thing came out July 4th in 12. The same year, Blade and Soul came out. Blade and Soul's been in the West for almost 2 years now. What's the holdup? That's Korean. Like, Black Desert, same thing. And it's going to Xbox One this year. What's going on?
Yeah, and then it's coming out later.
I don't know, man. It came out 1 month, not even a month after Blade and Soul. Blade and Soul, June 30th. Fanstar Online 2, July 4th. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, man. 6 years? 6.
That's a long time, dude.
Like, I understand, Blade and Soul took, I think it came out in 2015, I believe, over here.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Fine. Black Desert, about the same. I think Black Desert came out a little bit later than Blade and Soul. But, it's like you have... My biggest problem with this is that Sega has a gold mine. A gold mine. Phantasy Star Online 2, though it's a free game, it could bring something to Sega. It could bring... I'm not going to say it's going to dig Sega out of any holes, by any means. You're not going to see a Dreamcast relaunch from this. But, if Sega ultimately goes out, which at this point, you might well say it's gone, but if they do go out at some point, and they sell all the rights and say it's a Nintendo,
yeah,
at least you'll go out on a good note by having Phantasy Star Online 2 in the West. People were like, you know what, we're enjoying Phantasy Star Online 2. They gave us this. Sega, the name may not necessarily be shown, is engulfed in Nintendo, but we have Phantasy Star Online 2. You go out on a good note. As of right now, Sega can fall in the shitter tomorrow, and I could give two fucks. In fact, I probably would clap and cheer. And I used to love Sega. But, it's like, come on, Blade and Soul, the same, literally, about 4 days before your game come out. 5 days. Blade and Soul's over here. It's in esports. Black Desert, 2 years later, and Black Desert's already in the States, already coming to console.
Yeah.
I mean, what I don't know. I don't know. People say, Sega doesn't have money. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
All right.
Sega is just...
Hey.
Lost cause, man.
Hey, man, I don't want to get into Sega because if I go into Sega...
And before anyone says something, Bayonetta was published by Sega. It wasn't developed by Sega by any means, clowns. Platinum Games has everything to do with that one.
And then there's the second one. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the second one, which a lot of people didn't notice this, but Sega name is actually on the second one. If you watch the opening credits of the second one, they do show Sega's name in that credits. So, published, but not developed, clowns. It's developed by Platinum Games.
I know.
So I don't want to sit here and say, you're wrong, Sega did Bayonetta, and they're doing Bayonetta 3. No, they didn't. They just published it because why not?
Yeah. Next. We got Anthem losing a major writer. The same writer that knows how to make their stories good. The same writer that kind of helped out with Mass Effect 1 and 2. That's why the third one was ass. The same guy that left and then came back and then left again. How does that make you feel?
You may be surprised. I don't care. And I'm going to give you a reason. It's not like a legit, I don't care, move on. It's a legit reason. When you look at Anthem, does it really scream, I give a shit about story?
Fuck no.
Exactly. It just sucks that he's gone. Yeah, it could have been a good story. And honestly, they may keep everything he wrote and just add on to it. But Anthem is, to me, a multiplayer MMO, I guess, Destiny-esque kind of game where honestly you give two craps about the story. You want to get new suits, new weapons, and that's all you're going to care about. So honestly, them losing their writer, unless that writer was a major gameplay designer, if he's not bad, then I honestly could give two shits because I'm not playing. If I was to play it, which I'm undecided yet, I'm not playing for the story. I'm playing it because I know either A, the story will be lackluster regardless, or B, it's loot. It's a loot game. It's like Destiny, so the story Can it enhance it? Yeah, sure, but it's only going to enhance it for about 8 hours. And then once you beat the story in that amount of time, you're going to loot, and you're not going to care about the story ever again. So, for me, I don't care. He left once, he left twice, he'll be back a third time, I'm sure.
Yeah, like
third time's the charm, right?
Nah. For me, I'm already not getting Anthem, so this is just. I also don't care. I'm just laughing my ass off because I don't really care. I'm not getting the game regardless.
I'm undecided for now. I'm not. I'm one of the type who I'm not going to judge it until I hear more. I haven't heard enough about Anthem to really say yes or no. From what I've seen, it looks interesting.
Yeah.
But I need to see more because if this is going to be another Division, another Destiny
games of
that I will play for all but Destiny is a little bit different. But if I play for about a week and I feel nothing as far as reward system or something like that, then I'm not buying the game. I'll probably won't buy it day one. I'm not going to rule it out because you never know. The game may look phenomenal to me. I might pick it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no. I don't. And I'm not going to. I don't really cut ties with developers. I cut ties with franchises. Assassin's Creed. Although they're trying. They're trying to inch me back in there. I haven't touched Assassin's Creed since 3, but I usually don't cut ties with developers. I usually cut ties with the franchises within the developers. So I'm not going to rule out the possibility of me picking it up, but I need to know more. The writer leaving me does nothing to me. I need to see. I need to know more about the mechanics, the gameplay, the core, what the game is going to. What is the game going to do for me? Is this going to be any different than the Division? Is it going to be any different than Destiny? I'm fine with similarities, but you have to give me something different. At least as far as don't be like the Division. That game was god off. Destiny, it's passable. Division, I felt nothing. You get her legendary, you find a common that's stronger than the same day. There's no attachment there. So
yeah,
I got nothing on the writer leaving.
That Division, man, I would never get over it. I'm like, if it was a fantasy game, it would make more sense. But when I'm taking multiple shotguns to your dome and all you're wearing is a hood, I can't. So
there was that too. Like I said, the Division concept, the beginning concept was fine, but execution was terrible. And I'm tired. And honestly, I'm tired of being burnt by all these so-called immersive multiplayer co-op games. They have burnt us so many times with these co-op intensive games or quote co-op intensive games or multiplayer intensive games. Yeah. That honestly, I'm tired of being burnt from them. Division 2, I won't be touching because they will have to change. They will have to change core mechanics, and the entire game will have to completely change for me to even care.
Yeah,
but
Division bored the shit out of me, and I don't buy EA games anymore. So, hey, what do you know? It's gonna be fun. I'm probably gonna rent it from GameFly. No, yeah, GameFly, but I'm not buying that shit. That will not be touching my money.
Yeah.
Now, I really wanted E4's opinion on this, but she's still a butt munch. She also gets suspended for disrespect, as Dark Wave McMahon said earlier. So we won't be seeing her anytime soon. So stupid. So it's been brought to everyone's attention that Monster Hunter and Metal Gear Survive have been kind of getting comparisons because of how they are games. How do you feel? Because we all know Monster Hunter is clearly better than Metal Gear Survive. How do you even feel about Metal Gear Survive?
Well, I don't own it. I did play the beta.
I played the beta as well.
From what little I've played, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I thought that it was a fun 20 minutes or however long I played it. It was a fun. It wasn't a. So when I played the game, I thought it was gonna be garbage. I'm not going to say that the gameplay, the beta was, I'm not going to say that game was bad. It wasn't a bad game.
Yeah.
But, from what I've heard, the microtrans, the character thing, I kind of, see, that doesn't really affect me because I don't know why I would even create another character in the first place.
Yeah.
Unless it was to make a whole different build, which... I mean,
Yeah.
That to me doesn't, that a lot of people get triggered by, you need to buy that. That doesn't affect me because honestly, I probably wouldn't, make another character anyway. But from what I've played, it wasn't bad. I feel like, is it worth $40? No.
No.
I feel like this is something that, because I see how it would go. It's something like, it's a lifespan. That game's lifespan will only go as far as A, however many friends are playing it, or at least for me, this is for me anyway.
Yeah.
A, how many friends are playing it, and B, the engagement of the actual game after playing it for 2 hours. This is definitely something that if it goes free to PS Plus, I'm hopping on it ASAP, but something I wouldn't buy. That lifespan is a very niche lifespan, at least in my eyes.
Yeah.
So I just can't buy it. I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, that's something I would be game flying later in the year. But when it comes to my opinion, I had complete opposite. Like I was like, first of all, why did you change the stealth mechanic? Why does crawling and ducking take up stamina like you're running? Why are all the AI so stupid? Why is this called a Metal Gear? They should have called it something else. You can't call it a Metal Gear and then have no reference to Metal Gear and have worse mechanics than Metal Gear. Like honestly, I played it. I had like 2 seconds of fun, and then I ran into the dust cloud and died. And I was like, yeah, okay, delete.
Well, apparently someone said that it ties to Metal Gear in some way in the actual game.
It's not canon.
I mean, it's not, but I don't know. This is one of those games. This is Metal Gear Survive is like, what's that game called? It's like Killing Floor 2, where I wouldn't play it for anything other than just playing. Anything else in that game, I throw out completely out the window. Story, backstory,
Oh, I thought you were saying
that's a game
like Killing Floor 1, comparing Killing Floor 1 to Killing Floor 2, like something. I was like, I never played those games.
No. I'm saying basically what I'm saying. I would play Metal Gear in the same vein I would play Killing Floor. It would be just as a playing the game, not caring about anything that happens.
Yeah, I know.
Because Killing Floor, you just kill mobs. Metal Gear, from what I've seen from the beta, I only killed mobs. So I would just, I would only play it for legitimately just playing. I wouldn't care about what's happening. I wouldn't care about who's in the game, who I saw in the cutscene. I honestly wouldn't care. Because to me, like you said, it's non-canon. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's
how I feel.
Yeah, for me,
so
I even had somebody say it's a 6. Does that mean Metal Gear Solid 5 should be a 6? I was like, no, because Metal Gear Solid 5 is a vastly superior game that has its heart and soul intact, and it may be missing some things, but at least I can play the game and legit just fuck around and have fun. Metal Gear Survive, you have to eat every 5 goddamn seconds because, I don't know, somebody thought that somebody legit gets hungry every 5 seconds. They have to go boil your water instead of freaking drinking water. It's like, with the survival mechanics, it's a worse thing overall. And that is stamina. I'm done. When you add stamina in Metal Gear, I'm out. Like, I can't invest. And there's no Metal Gears in the game? Oh yeah, no, I'm done.
Well, apparently you can use Metal Gear Rex. I said, it's kind of hard for us to retouch since we don't have the game.
That's so fucking
stupid. But from what because I know someone who has it, and he said for like a spot in the game, you can use Metal Gear Rex.
Rex isn't even invented by that time.
It's non-canon, so.
All right, whatever. All right.
I mean,
moving
it's
on.
kind of hard for us to really say anything because we
Yeah,
don't.
I'm at the game flight and it's on its way, and I will be playing and I will be reviewing this piece of shit game. And I guarantee
You can do that.
I'm going to fry this game a new one. By the way, I'm already done my part of the Dynasty Warriors review. Waiting on you, buddy.
All right, I just gotta upload to the thing. It's done. It's on my phone. I just gotta upload it to YouTube. I keep forgetting to do it at nighttime. Like it's 22 minutes long.
Oh yeah, and you have both story and you have gameplay. It's separated at least.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Because like you did story, I did graphic, sir. Here's the thing. Because graphics was such a short part of my video.
Yeah.
Like literally, I may have spent maybe 5 minutes on because Dynasty Warriors and graphics tend to. That whole video is mainly gameplay. Like I would say.
All right, I can
5 to 7 minutes is gameplay, and that's including my intro and all that. And then the rest is me. Yeah, you can edit it, but I'm just saying most of it is like.
Yeah.
The gameplay is niche. I mean, not niche. The graphics are very niche part. 9% of that thing is gameplay.
Hey.
So.
Hey, what did that story was bad for me too. All right, but now moving on to reviewing stuff. I want to talk to the Dark Souls community, and not the whole community, the goons of the community. People who, for some magical reason, think Dark Souls 2 is a better game than Dark Souls 1. And try to name multiple aspects. And I cannot help but laugh at all the people that are staring at me in my face and or talking to me over the Twitter or whatever, trying to explain how Dark Souls 2 is, and then sends me a goddamn video called In Defense of Dark Souls 2 from H Bomber Guy, in which all his points were shit. Dark Wave. Which is the better Souls game between 1 and 2?
What, Dark Souls 1 and 2?
Yes.
I like the first one more, but then again, I like the third one over both of them just because.
No. Let's not put the third one.
No, I'm just saying, out of the two.
Both of them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the two of them, I mean, I like the first one more, but I mean, it's kind of like, which is better, Devil May Cry 1 or Devil May Cry 2, you know? It's kind of like, obviously, Dark Souls 1 is better than Dark Souls 2, and then Dark Souls 3 says, fuck you both, and, you know.
Yeah, so. It goes up into the stratosphere of excellent. But, so, one person, right, because I'm making a video about this. This is not just going to be on the podcast, right? I'm making a video about this. This dude legit told me that the architecture of Dark Souls 2 was better. And then I brought up one point. I asked him to bring up one point of when it's better. And then I brought up my points. You know, he talked about how Majula leads into all the places very well. And I was like, wow, it's weird how you can get to Blighttown from the Valley of Drakes, and then get to the lower area of Blighttown and get to that, you know, fight Quelaag, and, you know, kind of like seamlessly. And then I brought up something in his game, which is Dark Souls 2, that he forgot to neglected to mention. I don't know if anybody here has played Dark Souls 2, but there is a giant windmill in that game that you go in and you fight a poison boss. I don't remember the names because they're not as epic, right? And then you go up an elevator, and you end up in Iron Keep. Now, can anybody explain to me how the fuck you go up an elevator in a windmill where the only other place is the sky, that you go up an elevator and end up in Iron Keep? No.
Fantasy?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're gonna go right up in fucking elevator, and you're gonna
hey man
in lava.
Hey man. Look, man. Interdimensional travel.
So that's what the elevator
in Dark
is.
Souls.
That's what the elevator
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Come on, man.
All right. Can you explain to me how in one of the places you can see Drangleic Castle in the background, right? You walk in a straight line through a tunnel, and Drangleic Castle is to your right when it was just to your left a second ago. You didn't make no turns. Can you at least explain that part?
Sound like you're paying too much fucking attention, man. You paying too much attention. I mean, holy shit.
I mean, he brought architecture. He brought up architecture, and I'm like, you can't bring up architecture.
Y'all reading too much into this.
This shit is ass.
Wait, what you on my left? I don't give a fuck where it is now. I mean, if I want to be perfectly honest, I never finished either one because I never owned them. I borrowed them, but I never was able to finish them.
Hey, you about to be able to finish Dark Souls 1 and that remaster.
Look, man, I've said this once and I've said this again. My Souls game drive has kind of been burnt out with Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 and Nioh. The next one I'm playing is Code Vein, and after that, I am taking a nice little break from Souls-esque games, man.
Wait, you don't like Bloodborne?
No. I'm saying I've played hours of Soulsborne games that after playing Bloodborne for hours, after playing Dark Souls 3 at least, for hours, playing Nioh for the time I did, Code Vein is going to be that last kind of Souls game I've touched for a while, unless they release a Dark Souls 2. I mean, not Dark Souls 2. Bloodborne 2.
I hope it's Demon Souls 2. But
I mean, either or.
Yeah, man.
Code Vein is the last Souls game I'm touching for at least a little bit. Yeah. A little bit.
For me, so. I'm streaming all the Souls games. I'm pretty much on Dark Souls 1 and 2. I just did Demon Souls. And then I glitched the game something fierce, and then I beat it. And now I'm on Dark Souls 1. And I'm doing the opposite build of what I used to do, which is just Knights and or the Wanderer. But now I'm just like, all right, let's do what happens when I do a Sorcerer. And that game became 2 times harder because, first of all, in Dark Souls 2, you don't start off with a shield, okay? You start off with a dagger and the little what's called. And I was like, this is ass. I can't block shit. So, when the game's many fucking spam bushes, yes, goons, I said spam bushes because all Dark Souls 2 does is say, I want to kill the player. So therefore, I'm going to take a bunch of enemies in stupid fucking confined spaces and spam the enemies at you. It was so bad, bro. It was so bad when I got to the Ivory King DLC and I was walking that damn field, and next thing you know, there was a horse. There was a fucking horse there. Then another enemy. Then I'm like, okay, let me run around. There's another enemy. Then another enemy. I'm like, okay, so now I am running against 7 fucking enemies that are big as shit and can beat the shit out of me because I'm running. Oh my god, fuck you. Then, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying because Dark Souls 2 agitates me. I love the Soul series, but that game agitates the shit out of me, man. Oh yeah, I'm doing the stream. So, I got to play through all of them. I'm playing 1 and 2 at the same time and kind of comparing and contrasting the first one and the second one. And you kind of get the sense of the second one is just, we want to kill the player, while the first one is, I want to challenge the player. Of course, the third one being like, fuck you. I'm challenging you the best I can. But let's not talk about the third one and how they took all the ideas from Dark Souls 2 and took it right out of the fucking game and made fucking 3. Oh my god. Dark Souls 2 is the best out of the 3. The fuck are you talking about? Nothing from 2 was placed in 3 for a reason. There's a reason for this. Hell, half of the bosses in Dark Souls 2 were literally retarded. The Dragon Knight, you could literally run a circle and he'll fall right off the cliff. There was nothing he could do. Oh my god.
Hey man, Dark Souls 2.
Oh my god. Dark Souls 2 had so many bosses that if you got behind them, they literally had a fucking heart attack. Like, where the fuck did you go? Oh my god.
Hey, man. Yes, dude. That dark.
The best boss in Dark Souls 2. Wait, hold up. What is the best boss in Dark Souls 2? Oh shit. I don't even like the bosses in Dark Souls 2. Oh shit. Dark Souls 2 is not that good. It's good, I love all the Souls games, but it's clearly the worst out of the three. And if you compare it in the Soulsborne family, it's bad. When I say Demon Souls is better, and Demon Souls glitched out the frame, and there were some things in that game that legit would agitate me when I was playing through it. But when I have more fun playing Demon Souls than Dark Souls 2, something is wrong. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like a second away from being terrible. It's just enough to be a passable Dark Souls game, but man, going back and playing the first one and looking at the intricacies of the game and how the game was like, all right, you may have passed this part, but how you gonna pass this fucking Hydra? Oh, that's how you're gonna pass it. We got you. Like, come on, man. Oh, shit. And I'm making a video about this. Oh, no. I'm making a video about Dark Souls 1 versus 2 and the differences. Because this shit, like, when I'm arguing with somebody else for stupid shit like that, I'm just like, bro, get the hell out of here, man. Iron Keep was above nothing. Get out of here.
Interdimensional travel.
Yeah, you can shut that shit up. All right.
Hey, man, everyone's entitled to their own opinions.
Okay. I fucking hate you, Darkwave. Anywho. Now, this next topic is something I've always wanted to... I never talked about it on the podcast because it's always been a heated debate in some of the circles of friends. It's the PlayStation versus the Xbox. We all know that me, Wild Fang, I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm also a Nintendo guy. But I'm not truly an Xbox guy because they don't have shit to play. And all their exclusives are now on the PC, which I have two. And before anybody don't believe me, I've shown them off on multiple videos. I can show you 2 laptops and a Steam machine that I'm probably about to get because I really would like to play Steam on my TV. But that's neither here nor there. Darkwave, what's your opinion on the PlayStation versus Xbox?
They're both peasants. Bow down to the PC master race.
Stick to the subject, you jackass.
I mean, that is subject.
Hey.
Both. So, PlayStation versus Microsoft, Xbox versus PlayStation has been something that I've always gave my honest feel to. Because the person who has both consoles, to me, that the versus never really mattered that much to me. And I tell people all the time, it's not really the consoles. It's more about ultimately where the friends are. In my humble opinion, when it comes to Microsoft and PlayStation.
Yeah. Now,
yes, PlayStation does have the more exclusive. Honestly, what I always tell people is that it's more about the type of gamer that you are. If you are a person looking for single-player games, obviously you go to PlayStation. Because Xbox, when it comes to exclusives, have nothing. And the fact that now they have this kind of like sharing of the games, where if you have one game on PC, you automatically have an Xbox, vice versa. Kind of makes you not even need to buy an Xbox because you can just build a PC or buy a PC at stronger, better everything, buy an Xbox controller, and basically have an Xbox One that way. Another thing I tell people is go where your friends go. If most of your friends have an Xbox and you're one of those players who want to play with friends, pick up an Xbox. If you want to buy a PlayStation and pick up a PlayStation, if your friends are on PlayStation, go get a PlayStation. Personally, I think the argument of which is better has always been irrelevant because they're practically all the same fucking console.
Yeah.
They, for the most part, get the same games. Xbox Live and PSN almost work the exact same way.
At this point.
At this point, we're not talking about in the past. But at this point, they're practically the same games. I mean, the same console. You have these micro bots out here who say, Xbox One X is the strongest console. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit when you have nothing? Who cares when you want A, you have no exclusives, and B, PCs still outpower it. So
yeah,
it's just it's a versus that is not even like real. It's not even a competition. you necessarily can't say who's the better because they're both really equally matched. You know, where you have the Xbox One X, which is more stronger than PlayStation, you have the PlayStation that has way more utility as far as games and their PS Plus stuff. You know, all of that. You know, it's kind of like think of it as like a game where you pick classes. You know, you have a class system where you have the melee, which is all power, and then you have the ninja, which is utility. You know, it's kind of the same here. Yeah, you can have the power, but no utility, or you can have the utility and slightly less power. Not even probably by much. So, you know, and with the Xbox One X, how everything takes almost 100 gigs just to even get to that point. No, thank you. So, I mean, ultimately, the versus to me is irrelevant because the systems are they're too much in common to really have a true versus. It's not like back when in the days when it was Dreamcast, PlayStation 2 or PS1 or N64, where there were all three consoles, you know, had multiple of exclusives. Because that's what you judge a system off of. Yeah, you judge it off its power. You know, yeah, you can clearly see that, you know, Dreamcast is stronger than PS1 and N64, clearly. And then PS2 came out and Dreamcast was pretty much shoved to the wayside. But nowadays, everything looks the same. Minus Nintendo. So what do you judge? What do you judge a PS1 now? You judge it off exclusives, and if you're judging off exclusives, I'm sorry, PS4 wins hands down, no ifs, ands, or but. I don't care if Xbox is getting State of Decay 2 or not, or Black Desert. That's
which
what
you can get
2
on
games
PC right now.
Yeah, which is 2 games that, and Black Desert already on PC. State of Decay 2, if you buy it on Xbox, you get it for PC. So, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that those 2 are going to be bad games.
Oh no, not.
But when you look at systems now, all you really can compare is the exclusives. You know, other than that, it's going to be personal preference. Who do you like more? A friend of mine, a female friend of mine, she hates Sony. She can't stand them. She has a PlayStation that sits in her fucking closet. And why she has a PlayStation? Her parents bought her one. She plays Xbox all the time. You know, she just prefers the Xbox. So it's about personal preference. The microbots, the PS4 fanboys, it honestly needs to stop because honestly, if you really take it down, y'all both lose to the PC. So I mean,
hold up, man. Let's stop including the PC, man.
I mean, it's the truth. It is the truth because that's not a. Think about it. Just think about it. Yeah, there's no verses there. There's really no verses between Xbox and PlayStation. You know.
I know, but I was going to get to a point in a second, man.
Go ahead. Go to your point, Mr. Wild Fang.
Thank you. Because keep including the PC. It's not fair. Because think about it though. I know.
When you have the people going back and forth, and when you're a person like us who have both or all 3 or whatever, and you listen to these comments, you're just like, well, technically speaking, you both lose.
Yeah, you know? I have a PC, I have a PlayStation, Xbox One, and Switch, 360, a Wii U, and PlayStation 3, and the 3DS. I'm pretty positive that for me the argument is invalid as fuck. But like, end of the day, dude, the main point is like we're all gamers, and like the games, like to get to the point where a lot of people think that it's the console that pushes the consoles to be sold, but a lot of people don't realize it's actually the games. Look, man, I'm not gonna lie, I don't touch my Xbox One for shit. Like
neither do I.
Like I cut it on probably to watch some Link TV in my room, but then again I got a Roku, so you know it just made it all the more pointless. I don't even have Netflix on it, and I had the game share with my sister to get Nights into Dreams. But other than that, the last time I touched that shit was like a long time ago, and the main reason is because all the games that I've ever wanted to play on my goddamn PlayStation, Look, I'm done with zombie games. State of Decay 2 is not even worth my time. I'm not buying it. I'm taking a break from zombie games because I'm sick of them, okay? I'm not even buying Last of Us 2. I'm probably going to wait for a while before I even buy Last of Us 2. And I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just done with zombie games for a while. Why did I never play Fortnite or what's the name of that other game? Crap. Well, fuck it. Let's just call them Zombie Game X. Zombie Game X, Y, Z, B, A. But you actually made like a part of the point. Like PlayStation kind of got all the games, like Yakuza and Nier, and the Crash Bandicoot collection and Okami HD. Games. Wait, it's Sword Out on Xbox?
It's on. Yeah, I believe so.
I can fact check that. Really.
It's on PC. I want to say it's on Xbox.
Hold up, we can fact check.
I'll look it up. Continue your point. I'll look it up.
Yeah. So, like, no, it's not. It's on PlayStation. Oh, it is. It is.
No, it's on Xbox One.
It is.
Xbox One, PS4, and Microsoft Windows.
Yeah, I just noticed. Thank you. But yeah, so it's like games. It's like I want to play games. Okay, I don't care if they're multi. I don't care where half my friends are. Granted, not gonna lie to you, all of them are on PlayStation, which is sad because only one or two friends stay on their Xbox. But then after PlayStation 4 started coming out with exclusive after exclusive, Gravity Rush 2, freaking Nier Automata, Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, and half the games in that ilk. It was just like, yo, why do I need to play an Xbox? Why do I need to pay for gold? Hell, I can still play half those games without the plus because some of those games don't require plus. Like Tekken 7 doesn't require plus. You can play it regardless. It's like, why would I need to buy an Xbox and get gold when literally it's been said numerous times that Play Anywhere crap, which is not a good thing for your system. Play Anywhere, no matter if your console is the strongest console, that Play Anywhere thing is killing the console. And it's like a cancer. Like, it's killing it. It's like a lot of people are saying, I have a PC. The fuck am I buying an Xbox One for? Like, there's nothing.
Most people who own PCs just buy PlayStation 4s, and they only buy PS4s for the exclusives.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
That's usually what most people do. Like, no one, like, that's the problem with that whole Xbox game on PC and vice versa. That Microsoft pretty much shot themselves in the foot
shot themselves in the penis. I'm not even the foot.
Don't get me wrong. Is it easier just to pick up an Xbox One and probably go through the hassles of building PC if you don't know what you're doing? Obviously, yes.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
if you're someone who either knows how to build or just outright buy the PC, why even have an Xbox One in your house? You'll just buy a PS4 or a Switch, and you only use those for the exclusives. And 90% of PC players do that. So,
and they make it even worse. Some of these games still work with your old console, with your old PC. So it's like, yo, why the fuck do I need to buy an Xbox? It has no games. It has nothing that I care about on it. And then half the shit that's on the console that is multi-platform, it's more people are playing it on PlayStation, which is fucking sad. And then we get more games like Horizon Zero Dawn versus Quantum Break. And if anybody was to ever tell me Quantum Break was a good game, you can fight me on the side of the street. That's almost like I almost fault somebody for saying Mass Effect Andromeda was a good game. Like, I legit was looking at them like, the fuck is wrong with you? Ugh. Fuck out of here, man. But, it's whatever. I'm not about to sit here and argue semantics and opinions, but literally, man, like, a lot of the fighting does need to stop, because I remember I was streaming this game called Shadow Tactics Blazes of Shogun, man, and a bunch of people was getting mad in the stream that I wasn't playing it on Xbox. And I was like, who cares? It's a good game. Granted, that was one of my almost games of the year candidates. It almost made it, but it got beat out by Nier. But, it's whatever. Y'all can go look at the video. I'll probably put it in the description, but fuck you. Self-advertisement. Anywho, yeah, and people are arguing in my comment section during my stream, like, why aren't you playing it on Xbox or PC? I'm like, look, clown, who fucking cares? This game is fucking fantastic. I don't care if I'm playing on PC, if I'm playing it on freaking the Switch, if I'm playing it on a handheld potato, the game is fucking fantastic. Like I don't. It doesn't matter what console you play it on. Games like that are good. But it's also safe to say you also go where the games are, man. Because going with just your friends, you could be playing the same 2 games over and over. I know somebody that's still fucking playing Halo 5 as we speak. And that game was god awful. But you have anything else to add to that?
I mean, there's not much else to add. You know, it's like you said, you know, no matter what console you're playing on, if it's a good game, it's a good game. And generally, you will go where the games go. Obviously, of course, it all depends on what kind of game, what kind of gamer that you are.
Oh yeah, that definitely is right.
A lot of the exclusives that PlayStation get are more of the Japanese kind of variety type of games. So if you're not really into those type of games, then you're not really going to miss out too much.
Yeah,
and you won't have your God of Wars or your Uncharted, but those are, whatever.
Jack collection.
Yeah, you won't have those, but you'll have at least 80% of the PS4 games, not including indie games, will be on Xbox. So if your friends are on Xbox, the majority, I'm not talking about I'm talking about like it is with PlayStation, where 90% of the friends are on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And maybe 5 are on Xbox. I'm talking about if you have 90% of your friends, of your circle of friends that you join parties with and talk all day like it's a fucking phone, and you play games with them, if they're all on Xbox, PlayStation may have more, PlayStation may have more games, but if you're an online gamer and you want to play with your friends, then obviously go with Xbox.
Yeah. But
there's there's no reason to fall or to say, oh, why aren't you playing something on that console?
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, when it comes down to it, the outcome, and I'm not bringing up PC, so don't worry. The outcome of PS4 and Xbox, the true outcome is preference, self-preference. What do you like more? Do you like holding the Xbox controller more? Do you like to hold the PS4 controller more? Are there more friends on PlayStation, or do you want to play with your friends? Or do you not want? Do you care? Yeah. It's all about your own personal preference. That is the true answer to the Xbox versus PlayStation. And honestly, going forward, that will probably always be the answer, because there's not much these systems can do.
Oh yeah.
It's like you said, not the systems, it's the games. Yeah. So. That's all I got.
Which console do you like the most, though?
I like my PlayStation more, but so overall, I would say PlayStation, but I prefer certain things on my Xbox. Like, I prefer shooters on Xbox. Always have.
Oh yeah.
I actually kind of prefer my sports games on Xbox.
I don't play sports games, so
I haven't played one in a while. But when I do, I like to have it on my Xbox.
Modern Warfare.
But overall, if I had to combine everything, PlayStation. But that's just because. I mean, it's just. That's mainly where I'm on, I haven't legit played my Xbox in months. Legitimately actually played it in months. So, and that's not to say I don't have a game. I need to finish my Deus Ex. It's just that
I have that on PlayStation.
Yeah, I downloaded it in my library, but I have the game on Xbox. I bought it for Xbox. That's why I wanted to play it on.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Tomb Raider, which I have on my Xbox. So, I don't get me wrong, I like Xbox. I just, when it comes down to it, all the friends on PlayStation, I'm in chat with them most of the time if, when I'm on PlayStation. So, it's almost no point for me cutting my Xbox on.
Yeah.
Unless I legit want to finish, when I want to finish this, which I'm close to beating, or something like that. So, and I've beaten every other game on my Xbox. Except for the Halo collection, but then again, I've already beaten all the Halos. So I mean, it's not like I'm missing anything there. You know, I've beaten Diablo 3. I've beaten Tomb Raider. Deus Ex is the last game. I legit only have like 4 games for my Xbox. 4. So.
Hey. Yeah, the reason why I'm on my PlayStation 1, again, I said this a billion times, so I'll say it a billion times more. I play more. I have if I show everybody the stack of games that I have on that console between PlayStation 3 and 4, y'all would laugh on how big the stack is. That, and of course, I am a gamer that likes to play every single fucking type of game, except sports games and racing games, because they bore the shit out of me. I have some games like Time and Eternity, from Time and Eternity to Four Goddesses Online to Yakuza to goddamn Grand Theft Auto. Like, I just like playing my PlayStation because every time I turn on my
Four Goddesses Online, is that good?
You said what? Huh? Can you repeat
that? Four Goddesses Online, is that even good?
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. And I thought it was gonna be average, but it's pretty good. And it's a 4-player game. I thought it was just gonna be 1 player. And it's simulating an online game. It's a fucking online game simulating an online game. I was like, the fuck is this? Fuck you, Hyper Dimension.
Well, that's every Sword Art game to ever come out.
Oh yeah, no, Sword Art, because I'm using Kirito. I fucking hate them games. So yeah.
Well, Fatal Bullet is the better one. So
Fatal Bullet is the best one out of all of them. Okay.
Yes.
But fuck Kirito. And if anybody wants to fight me on that, I don't care. Because Kirito sucks.
Well, Sword Art Online as a whole is kind of mediocre, so.
Oh, yeah. And Kirito's the worst character. Kirito and Asuna are the worst 2 characters out of all. I fucking hate them so much. But back to what I was saying. Dog, I don't know about you, son. But every time I cut that Xbox on and I'm trying to travel the HUDs, I get frustrated. I get frustrated. I can't take it. They got to change the HUD. Or have a simplified HUD. I can't do it. Every time I cut it on, I go, where the fuck are my games? And I get upset. But moving on. Because if I spend all day talking about the Xbox's flaws, we're going to be here the rest of the night. Let's move on to the WWE. First of all, before I get to that Fastlane review, what Monday Night Raw was a giant porno for Roman Reigns. It was Roman Reigns' sex tape. The amount
for the first segment and then for about 2 seconds of the John Cena segment, which was damn good, I might add.
Oh no, his promo with The Undertaker was good. When he said, "Let's go, Roman," and all he got was boo. I was like, oh god, that's adult only. That shouldn't be on TV. That's a lot of dick sucking right there. The fuck is this?
Pretty much.
Oh my god. But overall, Raw was average as shit, man. What were your feelings on Raw, especially the fucking Alexa Bliss piece? Oh my god, what was that? What was your whole opinion on the Raw after Fastlane, my man?
I mean, mine, other than the Cena promo, the Rollins versus Balor match, Strowman doing what Strowman does as always. It was a pretty forgettable show. I mean, and Monday night, and don't get me wrong, and I'll touch on the Roman Reigns thing. I'm not saying that Roman. When I talk about this Roman Reigns, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not saying his delivery wasn't good. The delivery was fine. You know, his execution on the mic is fine. But I don't care because we know this already. This is something that's been known about Brock Lesnar for months, for years. And on top of that, it's forced political garbage to try to get him over. It's not organic. So,
my man,
when it comes to that,
Lesnar was Vince's guy. At that point, everybody was like, "What are you talking about? You're Vince's guy." The fuck?
Pretty much, you know. So, I don't know what, Lesnar, Roman, to try and do, but it's working for the casuals, obviously, but for anyone who has a brain, it's not working for it.
Yeah,
other than that,
in the world.
other than that, Monday Night Raw was a typical Monday Night Raw. Not too much happened. You got, it was just a typical Monday Night Raw. John Cena once again proving how dominant he is, how great he is, and how good he is on the mic. Despite how I may feel, or how everyone may feel about Cena, he can cut a damn good promo. Always has and always will.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I got no, not too many complaints considering it's just, it's a typical Monday Night Raw.
And what up?
Nothing.
SmackDown.
Oh, SmackDown tonight? Or, well, yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it was decent. Oscar's and Charlotte promo was fine. AJ versus Rusev, good match. Rusev once again, doing good work out there. I mean, it's good stuff. It's just was okay stuff. It's just once again, you giving me garbage for what 6-7 months now, and you expect me now to really kind of
they're trying
care
to it.
Yeah,
and then
to make me.
Huh? Go and finish.
You know what I'm saying? And to make me care now, it's kind of like, you're doing okay, but you're still not good. You're watchable, but if I still prefer to watch Modern Family after it all goes off, then I have an issue.
Yeah, bro. Like at the end of the day, dude, I like SmackDown better this week, but like, dog, it's like I was bored and I fast forwarding, and the best part was Shane's little noise that he made when he got powerbombed in that thing. It sounded like he was trying to imitate Kevin Dunn, but he couldn't get the voice right.
That's why he was dying.
Or if he said wood, I would have been like, I'm done.
Hey man, that's the done right there, man. Done.
I'm out. I quit. This podcast is over. No more podcasts for the rest of my life. Anyway.
Good night.
I just realized I said I'm done, and he used that against me. Oh God! Oh, all right.
Kevin Dunn.
Hell, JD ruined him. He is never gonna be able to.
Hey man, JD is a legend for doing this. Yeah.
Ah, done. I see you found my wood. Let's go.
Nakamura. Oh man.
AJ Styles.
Thank you, JD, for the Kevin Dunn stuff, man. Thank you. Thank you. All credit goes to JD for that.
JD from NY206. That is again JD from NY206 on YouTube. One of the greatest podcasters of all time. Granted, sometimes he could be a dick, but that comes with the territory. And I've said this to him on Twitter. I'm not benched, but it's whatever. That being said,
this Kevin Dunn shirt.
Oh, I've seen it.
They do it for Roman. Do it for Roman.
Anywho, let's talk about the show of the week. Let's talk about NXT and what the fuck just happened today, or by the time this gets uploaded yesterday. What were your feelings on that? Hold up. Yeah, what were your feelings on that on NXT tonight, sir? Before I give my opinion on that.
I mean, once again, another great show from NXT. Getting things in high gear for TakeOver New Orleans. Tommaso Ciampa once again over. Genuine heel heat. You got the contract signed with Aleister Black and Andrade. Good match from Adam Cole, baby, and Pete Dunne. I mean, NXT, though not perfect, seemingly does no wrong as far as giving us an entertaining show. So, I'm all good for it. Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I agree with what you just said on that because NXT, you're right, it's not perfect. It's never been perfect, but at least they stick to one basic thing or multiple basic principles: consistency, simplistic booking,
giving us good television.
Good television that has something to do with consistency and simple booking. Aleister Black, right? I'm gonna go in the order I remember the most. First of all, motherfucking Aleister Black is a fucking beast. Okay, my dude he barely said anything tonight, but what he said, it was more with his body language that had me smiling from ear to ear, marking out like, why is this dude so fucking cool? Granted, E4 was like, why is he in a suit and tie? And I was like, because he's not in his wrestling gear. Why would he be in his wrestling gear?
That just adds to the character. That just adds.
It adds to how cool he is. He just came out.
Like, you see this man in a jacket and have this theme song, and the next time you see him, he's in a nice black, all black suit. That just adds to the mystique of the House of Black. I enjoy it.
He's in an all black suit, and he's sitting there waiting for what's his name, Andrade, the contract sign. And what's his name's talking shit, and he's ignoring her, and he's looking for something to do, how to fold up the table. Says, fuck that, put the table to the side, sits down and says, one of the greatest lines I've heard recently. Okay, now we're on the same level. Continue. I was like, oh, this motherfucker. It's not even that. It's when he put his hand in her face. It was like, hold up. I was like, yo, why doesn't this man have a championship right now?
Oh, don't worry, it's coming.
Oh, it's
he will be champion.
I was even telling E4. I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I'm glad I don't work for WWE Creative, because every awesome or great character would have a championship right now. Elias would have a belt. I would make up a belt for Ty Dillinger. Freaking, Braun Strowman would already have the Universal title, and I don't even got to do anything. All Braun Strowman got to do is just raise his hands, and I would run out there with a belt and just wrap it around his waist and call it a day.
What would you do with Seth Rollins or Finn Balor?
They both would have one would have a hardcore belt, one would have the Intercontinental Championship right now.
Hardcore, oh lord!
Exactly.
You're digging deep there, sir.
Oh yeah, I would split the World Heavyweight Champion and the WWE Championship again just to give it to somebody.
They're already kind of split up. Just put one on. You gotta put one on SmackDown, put one on Raw. So, I mean, you can. It's a lot of people there, sir.
I know.
You gonna make up a title for Dillinger? We gonna give him the perfect 10 belt?
The European belt, sir.
Oh lord.
He get the European belt, my dude.
So we're gonna bring back old ass titles?
Old titles just to give people fucking titles. Because I'm sick of people being the greatest people being over and not having belts in this fucking company. AJ Styles is right, okay? The Miz is not right. The Miz needs to give that belt up already. Either one of those two men need to win that belt, because if the Miz wins it, I'm going to be like, the fuck does he still need this belt for? He's ass. Jinder Mahal needs to get fired now, because this dude is he's ass. He's ass. I can't take him no more. I can't take it. Like shit. He's not good, and he's not. Huh?
But he's Jinder.
I don't care. So the way he sounds.
Don't hinder the gender, man.
Look, man, Jinder Mahal sounds so terrible on the mic. I am Jinder Mahal. You will give me my respect. Like, okay.
To my people in my language of Punjabi. Jesus Christ.
He's fucking Canadian. But back to the best show of the week. Then there was that motherfucking Pete Dunne. Okay? Pete Dunne.
Yes.
And can you imagine, because of how slow and methodical he is, who do you think his best opponent would be?
In NXT?
No, period. Who do you think one of his best opponents would be?
Slow, methodical. I mean, and AJ Styles can.
Oh, he can work with anybody. But
he can work with a fucking paper bag.
Yeah, and a mop and get it over.
I'd love to see Pete Dunne versus Seth Rollins. Pete Dunne versus Randy Orton. I think that might be a good match.
Hey, it's Randy Orton. Think of it like this, man. The perfect opponent for Pete Dunne would be Randy Orton. They both wrestle a slow, methodical pace, and they're both really good.
Yep, because Randy is good when he wants to be.
Exactly.
As you saw with that Bobby Roode match.
It was good. It was. I couldn't say it was bad, but it was a damn good match. And moving on from there, the main thing I wanted to talk about is Tommaso fucking Ciampa once again taking the crowd and feeding them like puppies. Like, here you go, I will feed you. Eat out my hands. How did you feel about his second promo? Not saying anything and getting.
It was great. Legitimate heel heat. There's nothing you can say. It's just there's nothing you can say but sheer glory. Like, it was fucking beast. Just listening to the crowd, listening to legitimate heel heat. You know, none of this forced garbage, none of this goy. It's genuine heel heat. You can't be mad at that, you know?
Can't be mad, man, but it was a damn good promo. The best fucking promo there. But now let's move on to the main substance. Let's get to that final bite of the steak here. The Fastlane review. Now, Anywho, let's start with the pre-show. Let's start with the pre-show, my friend. Breezango and Ty Dillinger versus Ass Riley, Chad Gable versus Ass Riley and the Benjamins. Who the fuck? What would you rate that match?
You know what? I'm gonna give that match a perfect 10 because Ty Dillinger actually picked up a win.
Oh yeah.
On television.
Okay. Now, I was surprised this match was early, but it was a damn good match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev. Like, I genuinely would give that like a 4.
No.
What?
No. We need to address the real elephant in the room.
What?
Why? And you know where I'm going with this. I need information. I need to understand why this fucking goon fan in the front row with the same green shirt and brown hat has been at almost every pay-per-view with the same clothes. Please enlighten me. He honestly lowers the show score for me now. Him and the person next to him with the long hair. I can't watch a pay-per-view or a takeover without seeing either one of them.
Oh my god.
Why? What are they doing? Are they like working for the company? Are they individual talent? Do they know someone in the company or something? More so than that, why are you still wearing green shirt, man? What was up with it? Do you have no other color shirts? You've worn a green shirt for almost a year.
Leave the man alone.
Bruh.
Leave him alone.
No! I need information. I refuse to let this slide. This is utterly ridiculous. He has been at least at, if not every pay-per-view this year, he's been damn near close. Come on, man. Green shirt. He is probably the most noticeable person in the whole damn crowd. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, man.
Oh man, hey, all right, it's okay, man.
Christ.
It's okay, son. It's okay, bro. It's okay.
I swear to God, if I go to a wrestling show and I see him there,
Yeah, you're gonna attack him, aren't you?
no, we will have words in the ways of Spartans. We will have words. I need to understand.
All right. But the match. What will you rate the match between Shinsuke?
Oh, the match was fantastic. The match was fantastic.
Match was fucking good. I'd say 4 stars out of 5.
Yeah, I give it 4 stars as well. The match was beast. Still, questions. Jesus Christ, man.
Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode. To me,
Bobby
Roode, sir. Hello?
I'm still here.
Yeah, I legit. As soon as this match started up and I saw the pace of the match, I legit gave. By the middle of the match, I was already giving it a 4.5 stars. It almost could have reached 5 to me.
I'm not giving it a 5. I give it a 4 because the beginning was quite very slow paced, but it did pick up.
Yeah,
I give it a 4. I'm not gonna give it a 0.5, but I'll give it a 4 star.
yeah, right. Now there's the next match. I know that that was a 1 star right there. It was a 0 stars out of 10. It's Natalia and Carmella versus Becky Lynch and Naomi.
That happened.
Yeah, so let's move on to the next match. The Usos versus the New Day with the the Bludgeon Brothers coming out and beating the shit out of everybody. We can't rate that match because it wasn't, but how did you feel about that match? Because I know for a fact while E4 was watching the match, every time they attacked a New Day member, she was hyped. But when they attacked an Uso, she was like, oh.
I mean, that beatdown, that beatdown was fucking beautiful. It brought, as we saw on tonight's SmackDown, it brought seriousness to the tag team division, which, after a while, you actually kind of need.
Oh, it needs.
So, I mean, I enjoyed it, and it gives the
Bludgeon Brothers.
Bludgeon Brothers. I couldn't say the fucking name to save my life. It gives the Bludgeon Brothers something to do, and you know what? I'm fine. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And it actually gave them fucking competition for the next nights, which was an okay match. But the Bludgeon Brothers still won, which I was glad. I'm like, thank you. Give Bludgeon Brothers something to fucking do and actually have legit teams so they can add real teams to the freaking profile because the Hype Bros wasn't doing shit for them. And, that was ass. Neither was Breezango. But now that they're beating the top teams on there and they're beating half of the top teams, it's been fun. So, moving on. Charlotte Flair versus Ruby Riott. Honestly, that match to me got a 3.5 stars. I really wasn't. I was like, I liked the match, but I wasn't like, oh god, this is the best match of the night.
I get about the same. 3 stars. It was actually a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Ruby Riott can go. She can go. Charlotte is Charlotte. It was a good match. I mean, ultimately, do I care? No. But what's after the match? That gets 5 stars. Asuka coming out.
Oh yeah,
proclaiming her challenge. So
yeah, you gotta beat the best. By the way, Ruby Riott is our age, so she's 27. She's a month older than me for some reason. I'd bang it. I'd marry her, but it's too late. Unfortunately, I'm married. Unfortunately.
Yes, you are. But see, I could marry her, but
Yeah, I know, but you're too large for her.
Hey, man.
We're about the same height. I would marry her, and we'd have very beautiful babies. Anywho. All right. Let me stop. All right. Now it's the fucking 6-pack challenge. Now, when I first watched the 6-pack challenge, I was happy that, AJ Styles won the match. But after watching it twice more and going through the match really wasn't all that great. Like, I started getting agitated the more I watched it. I was like, this is just a spot fest. And AJ Styles went to sleep 10 minutes of the match. Like, I do.
Hey, man. I
also rated the match 3 stars. Like, I couldn't, like, the ending of the match, if the ending of the match was the whole match, 5 stars. When John Cena started AAing people one at a time, fucking 0. But, it picked up a little bit.
Oh, I thought that was fantastic.
Dog, I thought that was stupid. I'm like, why are you all running at him one by one?
And that's exactly what I thought was fantastic, because every one of them proved how retarded they really are.
And I was like, hey, yo,
let's keep running. Let's just keep running after John Cena. Wait, no? Yeah. We're not going to double team him? Nah, that's too much work. So we're going to keep running after him. Okay.
And then everybody decided to jump him in the match. And then he came out of fucking... I was like, I fucking hate you so much, John. Jesus fucking Christ, yo. Like, what were you even in this match? Why did this match even end up like this? This match was dumb.
Because you need to have a road. He needed a road to Mania.
Look, man.
He tried, failed.
Yeah, and I didn't care about this match. Because I would rather have seen Zayn versus AJ Styles in a match. It probably could have been a 5-star classic. It would have probably been a good match. But not... I didn't want to see the 6-pack challenge. Like, this shit was dumb. And how it got added into it... Huh?
I don't think no one wanted to see it, but,
Well, whatever, man. What was your
rating? They're trying to make everything unpredictable. The match... I like kind of spot fest a little bit, and it did give us, AJ winning. It did paint a kind of a story for Sammy and Kevin Owens. So I'll be nice and generous, and I'll give it a 4-star. I'll give it a 4.
Dog, for me, that whole Sammy and Kevin thing became pointless as of SmackDown.
Well, yeah, because Shane McMahon.
Yeah. But, in fact, why the fuck was Shane McMahon even out there?
Questions that we will never know the answer to.
Oh, my God. I hate WWE sometimes. They were like...
Why was he out there indeed?
Why was he on Raw? What's going on here? Like, what the fuck?
Wow. Yeah.
But, we'll never get the answers, are we? That being
after that one, though.
That being said, man, you have anything else you want to add to the subjects of anything? Because we're about to.
No.
Okay.
I'm good to go.
All right. I just have one thing to say. Dark Souls 2 is not as good as Dark Souls 1. Fight me. Mass Effect Andromeda was ass. Completely. Metal Gear Survive is also ass. Yeah, I said it. Anybody have any problems? You know where I live. No, you don't, because that's illegal. That being said, I will catch you guys later. Dark Order.
Bye-bye.
There we go. That's all you had to say. Wildfang out. E4 still a butthole, by the way.
Wait a minute. The people watching this podcast, you're all a bunch of fucking goons. And E4 is suspended.
Shut up, son. Oh my God.
Because it is Rusev Day. You know you liked it, man.